okay, PresidentUniverse.com, and you can read this article. Why would the United States want Adolf Hitler's will and testament? There was recent news that Donald Trump fired the head librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden, and replaced her with his guy, Todd Blanche. And I'm sure everyone thought that was a weird move and asked themselves why Trump would need to replace a librarian at all. If we remember who Fred Christ Trump is, he's the American alias of Adolf Hitler. So Adolf Hitler left his son, the Donald, his entire golden empire, which he pillaged from European countries during World War II. Well, why would Trump need to fire the head librarian of Congress and shut down the government? So the Library of Congress is now closed, and the only guy allowed in there is his guy, Todd Blanche. Okay, so we must ask, that question. There is a book inside the Library of Congress entitled Adolf Hitler, Certification of Marriage, Private Will, and Political Testament. It is properly prepared with Japanese silk and pressured cellulose methods of mounting, which is stored in a leather binder. So we must ask, how the heck did Adolf Hitler's will and testament end up on United States soil, unless Adolf Hitler was on United States soil? Okay? If he died in Germany, like they say, his will and testament would have to be administered there, and there's no need for the original copy to come to the United States. It would have to be administered on German soil. So how the heck did it get into the United States Library of Congress, and why? Okay, it all started in Berlin on February 1st, 1946, with United States Army transport officer from the dental section. Remember, he got a makeover, and the U.S. Army helped Adolf Hitler get over here. That's the crazy part. Okay, this officer retrieved it from a safe inside the Reich Chancellery. This young officer gave it to C.H. Carson, who then sent it from Berlin to the United States. It then passed through the hands of Mr. D.M. Ladd, who ended up giving it to John R. Steelman. Now, who's Mr. Steelman? Mr. Steelman was the chief of staff for President Harry S. Truman. President Truman then hand-delivered it to Luther Harris Evans, who was the head librarian of Congress at the time. Okay, and this is where they stored his will and testament. So why is this document so important of Adolf Hitler's certification of marriage and will and testament? Because it tells the truth of what really happened. It tells the truth of who Donald Trump is, where he got his empire from, who his parents are. So that's why another reason why they closed down the government. Okay, because my librarians in there, they were doing their jobs, and hopefully they hid it from them, like I told them to do. I love you, librarians. Have a good day.